body, speech, and mind in virtuous deeds, and never depart from the path of enlightenment. Kanyan doan tadai keng, ten de salai wo yong ser, ling ai ye je zong bai keng, san jo lam dan dharma za. In front of oneself, amid the ocean of clothes of various offerings, open a white lotus and a monk Shin, sees the Lord of Buddha Vajrasattva as pure white as the white same moon. He has one face and two hands. The right raises the dorje to his heart, the left hold a bear at his waist. Adorned with the Sambona Kaya ornament, he sees cross-legged in the Vajra possession. Meditating wisdom lake, which provides the 10 directions. Thus we will visualize with a clear, pure mind. Allah Son Guru Vajrasattva, do not go back to on your word. I beseech you to hold me and all beings destitute like me with your compassion. All negativities and transgressions committed throughout my territories, in all my lifetimes without beginning, which are laid deadly poisons I have taken, I expose and confess with intense remorse and regret. From now, even at the cross of my life, I will never commit any improper deeds. Please look upon us with your compassionate eyes. Bestow the relief of liberation with your gentle hand. May all deteriorations and transgressions of Samaya, my own and all beings be purified, and may all supreme and common cities be accomplished at this very moment. Go back to Tibetan. Page 2. I ran den children jam we begar da we den de rende barden dorjesem kazara da wai jebendang yarje sanye dodernam longe jezoi jiron yo yi xie wei zhe so jian zhi dan wei yin o la me sar jie mai la mai dor jie sen ngen jie dam jia nier gong ne da zo nyang dai sen jie nam tu ji ji sen zin bar zu Tomi dine da vardı, linga ye de dong nam, jadar kongda du song dar, nun ju tra bin dor yin xia, sin je so la bab jur jang, me le na me je na, Zombe jinje zinzu la, jam nye sage wo yong zor, da dai sem jen tam je je, tam se nyam jai king dai jing, cho dan de mong do king, da dan ye den re baran zu. Om ben za sa to hong, om ben za sa to hong, om ben za sa to hong, om ben za sa to hong. Om ben za sa to hong, 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 om ben za sa to hong. Benzara Sadom, Benzer 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 Sadom. Benzara Sadom, Benzer 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 Sadom. Om Benza Sadom, 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 Om Benza Om Benza Sadom, 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 Om Benza Sadom. Om Benza Sadom, 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 Om Benza Sadom. Om Benza Sadom, 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 Om Benza Sadom. Om Benza Sadom, 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 Om Benza Sadom. Om Benza Sadom, 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 Om Benza Sadom. Om Benza Sadom, 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 Om Benza Sadom. Om Benza Sadom, 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 Om Benza Sadom. Om Benza Sadom, Om Benza Sadom, Om Benza Sadom, Om Benza Sadom, Om Benza Sadom. Om Benza Sadom, 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 Om Benza Sadom. Om Benza Sadom. Tamge duge jaje rezen rong yin je me do de je bon jong ba ser je lambo tawer je be ge xia je jar be ya lai zor wan de dor jen yang jen de lo na ro dang mar bai me lai chu je gang bo ba Amo de bai jar wai de gong be ga je la ma na lai zor wa de ro men ye je yen je bo zhang ne de zong sang je gen je ngo ye rang sen je gen ngong zong dong ze be sa ve la me ja la zor wa de 见若我真爱健康是，杨巴拉头也人来也拉米，面面平坐一下来所乱的，公主都帮破我的心结罗。Good morning, everyone. Okay, so we ready to go into the teaching. Teaching the self-reliance of indestructible awareness and emptiness in aspiration towards the meaning of the indivisible grown part and fruition of the great perfection Manjushri. So yesterday we finished the title of the teaching, and then we finished the homage to Manjushri and homage to Guru. So then we are yesterday also talk about the ground is our nature. So today we are page number, actually there's no page number, right? So no page numbers. Anyway, yesterday we finished the let such painful complexity cease within the mind. So we finish it there, right? Okay. So this yesterday we just main point shares is the natural mind. Our natural mind have to recognize is through the Guru's blessing and the pit instruction, not the intellectual investigation. If you use the too much investigating, then you can be lost. So yesterday we have a wire thinking and cultivate serve only to exhaust it. That means like when we meditate Mahamudra Dzogchen, you don't have to use the investigate and analyze. So we have to use the Guru's blessing and the pit instruction. Okay, so now today, beyond the thoughts and expression, there's nothing that is seeing, nor is there more to it, something additional unseen. This is the profound point for the mind to ascertain. May we realize this nature so hard to point to and make plain. Okay, so that verses. The very important section. So now, when we listening teaching, yesterday I shared with you that we have to change our intention. That's the reason we chant this opening prayers, wanted to, today I'm going to receive this teaching, wanted to benefit our own and wanted to benefit for others. And then same time also, we have to change our perception. So create a pure perception that helps you get get blessing from Guru, and also get blessing from the teaching too. Long as you have that, the preparation, and then we go into the practice meditation. When we meditate, so beyond thoughts and the expression, there's nothing that is seeing. So when we rest in our own nature, then that is beyond thought and expression. It's a very profound word, actually. But we cannot really explain. Beyond the thought, it's beyond the thought. There are no words there to explain. That's why in the expression, there's nothing that is seeing, means like really not seeing anything there. Sometimes people think when we meditate, we can see something. So that's also misunderstood. When you meditate, you don't need to see anything. There's nothing that's seeing, right? Then when you meditate, you wanted to share something. So you think, oh, I have this experience. I understand like this kind of when I meditate happening. That's also is incorrect too, because beyond the thoughts. So when you meditate, you think, oh, something happening, or that is correct, or this is like right, this is perfect meditation. You have something in your mind. That is actually not right. It's incorrect. Beyond the thought means like we cannot like say, oh, this is right or this is not wrong. It's more beyond than that. So we cannot bring into anything in our own mind to make decision. So if you're making something decision, bring into your mind something, then that is called dualistic thoughts, view, right? So when we meditate this one, no door, so cannot any bring into the something dualistic view. Beyond thoughts and the expression, there's nothing that is seeing. We don't see anything there. Then, nor is there more to it, something additional, unseen. So that is the first we say we don't see anything in there, nothing that is seeing. But also here, nor is there more to it, something additional, unseen. So actually, these two words is usually we think is a contradict, kind of a contradict. First, you say you cannot see anything. There's nothing that is seeing. Second, there's you also unseen, means you seeing something, right? But when you're into your own nature, that time you know nothingness there, No seeing means, sometimes we think nothingness there. That's also wrong too. So you recognize something, like we say our own experience, but beyond the words to share for others. So something additional, unseen means you can have uncertainty yourself, understanding not dropped if your meditation is correct and right. So this section is beyond the words. That's why hard to share for everyone. I mean, hard to share. So it also no any object there. That's why nothing to show. And beyond the object, that's why unseen too. So then how do we recognize this? Yesterday we talked. Only with the devotion of view, the promoter, protector, and the glorious guru, then at the enlightened body of truth, the Dharmakaya of perfect quality, may the inspiration of the atomic lineage be transformed into our hearts. So that's yesterday we shared supplication to Guru. That's where we only recognize. So then this is the profound point for the mind to ascertain. See, we get our own certainty when you meditate. You don't see anything, you don't nothing see too. So seeing, unseen also incorrect, right? Beyond that. So then how can we know? We know this is the profound point for the mind to ascertain, means when you meditate, you really understand your own experience way. But that is beyond the words, beyond the thoughts. May we realize this nature so hard to point to and make plain. That's the problem, us. And so people who try to meditate always make plain and always make something, organize. So this section beyond the organize, you cannot really organize anything there. You cannot say, I wanted to get this level. It's not possible. So worldly activity, yes, we can organize. we can make plain. And also here, usually in the Western country, people, when they get New Year, then they wanted to do something, different than the previous year. They make plain, right? So in the meditation here, this practice of spiritual dharma, that's also incorrect. But incorrect means relatively okay, We talk about relative to the bodhicitta practice. It's great, you have that. But absolute truth bodhicitta practice, you cannot make any plain. So 100% opposite of the worldly activity, worldly conceptual thoughts. That's why it's hard to, understanding our own nature. So actually, not that yesterday we already talked, it's not that difficulty, but see, yesterday we have see, it is so simple, right? So simple, but my nature is so simple. So we dropped this mastery of the mind. Yesterday we shared that. That means like actually so simple, easy, but we create a complicated. Because mind is not used to that way. I'm beginning last time until now, so our mind is follow the thoughts and emotions. So now you let go that, you go into the natural state. Means really hard to go into that natural state. Not easy to understand and recognize. Always pure, without complexity, it avoids the internalist extreme. Rigpa's radiance is spontaneously present, not a nihilistic void. Or the spore of us too, that is for ease of comprehension. May we see the meaning of equality beyond division and description. So that's actually explained our natural mind. Natural mind is always pure. That's yesterday we talked too. Always pure means the nature mind, never our emotions affected to our own nature. So same is beginning time until now is nature mind is always pure. So emotion not affected. That's why sometimes we call unchanging. The unchanging means not opposite of impermanent. We're not talking about the permanent, Unchanging means always pure. These emotions never affected. But this always pure natural mind, that is empty. Empty is always there. There is always there, present. That is always pure. So without complexity, it avoids the internalist extreme. So no exist. I'm beginning last time until no is nature mind no exist. So then we think no exist. No also no exist too. Without complexity, that's why it avoid internalist extreme. I'm beginning last time always pure, empty. That's the reason natural mind is not permanently inherently exist. Sometimes we think it's a mind, is a natural mind, is a permanent, right? That's also a misunderstand. But sometimes like we use our nature is a permanent because we don't have the words to share. Many different ways to explain the natural mind. That's why we get confused too sometimes. Natural mind is not impermanent. Then sometimes we say it's permanent, but permanent is not the opposite of the impermanent. So unbeginningless term until no is no exist, externally no exist. It's emptiness. So that's also we call sometimes permanent because no exist. There's another this reason we don't share the directly Mahamudra and the Dzogchen teaching because I have to share first my Yaminka teaching go first. So my Yaminka teaching, you understanding, no dropped, 100% no dropped emptiness. When you study my Yaminka teachings, you get certainty. All this phenomena is emptiness. Include our natural mind, also emptiness. Then you study Mahamudra Dzogchen, we say mind is permanent. You understand what means permanent, no exist permanent. It's always there or it's pure, but unbeginningless time until no inherently exist. That is the called permanent. Okay, so that's the main point is avoid from the external extreme. Rigpa is radiance, is spontaneously present. See, then my nature is emptiness, but always Rigpa is radiance. Rigpa means Buddha nature. So this teaching is like category belong to the Dzogchen because Rigpa means like Dzogchen teaching use this word. Mahamudra we don't use Rigpa. Mahamudra usually we use like natural mind. So natural mind or its radiance is spontaneously present. Always there. So wherever you go, your natural mind is always there with you. Never lost. Whatever your activity, your natural mind is always there too. So even your activity, negative things, natural mind never depart from you, always there too. If you do, of course, like activity, positive, natural mind is always there too. So that means like it's always there present. Not nihilistic void. So then that means like free from two extremes, free from in external exist, free from not nihilistic void, free from nihilism, free from internalism. The mind nature is. But the relative concepts, our dualistic thoughts where these two is also contradict. You must have to exist or not exist. You cannot be either or you cannot be neither, right? So exist or not exist. We follow that. That is called dualistic thoughts. And then nature is always there, is present, spontaneously there. So that's avoid the nihilistic, avoid. Then although spoken of us too, that's for ease of comprehension. So then we say free from avoid the internalistic extreme, not a nihilistic avoid. Then we say it's like, all those four of us too. So that too, free from that too, that also for actually is our comprehension. Just only words to we say that. But actually that words also cannot really explain the nature mind. So that's we already talked up there, beyond the thoughts and expression. So the beyond the thoughts expression, whatever we say exist, no exist, is actually also that also for is our comprehension too. Just words. May we see the meaning of equality beyond division and description. So the nature mind is actually, may we see the meaning of equality. Equality means exist, no exist, free from that, beyond division and description. So that is the nature mind. Then how do we recognize that? The next is how do we recognize that? Is mind nature is beyond the words, beyond the thoughts, and not free from external, free from nihilistic. So then how do we recognize? So use this method. Next is like a finger pointing to the moon. Reasoning and words show the way it first. But the natural state is no object of thoughts. So let us turn within and thereby truly see. Then this teaching is the same as the finger. The use of the words is the same as our finger. Finger pointing the moon, but actually, finger really cannot point the moon. So that time, like finger shows the moon, but you cannot look to the top of the finger. So you have to look to the left, the directions, right? Where the going directions. Then you really can see the moon. If someone show you the moon, but you look to the tip of the finger, you cannot see the moon. And like that, so when we share this teaching, you are, followed by the words, then you cannot understand your nature. So words is the same as the finger. So words just only kind of, like we already talked here, is explain, but actually words really cannot explain to the nature mind. So beyond the words, so we don't have any other method if we don't use the words to understand the nature. So use the words, and then you have to practice yourself, right? You have to meditate, practice, contemplate. Contemplate means just like use the words, contemplate, then go into the nature, rest in mind, meditate. That's where you understanding your own nature. Otherwise, only we follow by the words, not possible to recognize our own nature. So if someone pointing the moon, so you look to the finger, then you never ever you're going to see the moon. The word is the same as like finger, pointing to the moon. Reasoning and words show the way at first, you see. Use the words reasoning, we use like, reasoning, and the words show the way at first. But the nature state is no object of thought. long as you use the words, it's already taught. You know, where is the words come from actually? It's come from dualistic thoughts. So nature is non-dualistic, right? The use word is dualistic thoughts. So then words really cannot describe the natural mind. But we don't have a choice. We have to use the words first. Reasoning and the words show the way at first. But the nature state is no object of thought. Then how do we recognize this? So let us turn within and thereby truly see. So only the main point is, okay, first we have to study, you know, listening, teaching, and then contemplate, yeah? Use this reason and the words, show the way at first. That means like listening, teaching, contemplate. Then final we how to go to, because this word is like cannot really understand the nature. We have to meditate to recognize our own nature. So then let us turn within and thereby truly see. We have to look to our own natural mind, not follow the words. You know, the words described natural mind, same as a finger pointing the moon. So not look to the finger, look to the moon, same is like that. There's, when you know talk about the natural mind, so we share the teaching and using this reason and words, and then we use that tool, and then we have to log on to our own natural mind. So we have to actually turn off our dualistic thoughts. So if we don't turn off dualistic thoughts, we cannot see the natural mind, not possible. So that means like we really looking into our own mind. That's why we also have a meditation. It's called the, you know, special insight meditation, right? Vipassana. Vipassana is different than shamatha meditation. So shamatha is focus with the object, focus with the breath. We don't use any focus object, but you don't really shut down everything. You don't turn off all the object. You don't follow the object, but you don't switch off all the object, okay? Yeah. So no, vipassana means you're going to switch off, turn off all the object. So then you looking into your own nature, not looking to the external object, looking into the own nature. So we see special insight meditation means have to look into our own natural mind. So then that's also confused because it's like we see using the words still. Look to our own mind means how can look to our own mind? Mind is not exist. Yeah. So how can look to our own mind? We don't have two mind. How can look to our own mind? Yeah. So if you have two minds, so then another mind look to other mind. So like same as you look to me, I can look to you, right? So like that, yeah. So that's why it's become complicated too there, harder to understand. So simple, but it's we not used to. I'm beginning last time, our mind is followed by conceptual thoughts. So look to our own mind means we need two mind. Otherwise, it's not possible to look to our own mind. So that's you have right where your thoughts arise in your mind. Because we follow by the words, you know. So the main point, you switch off, turn off all this object, right? And then your log to your own mind means your awareness is seeing or is present, is empty. So that is called special insight meditation. Then you really don't have a subject and object to look into there, but you're looking into your mind awareness, recognize everything is present, everything is empty, empty is there. What is there is present. The present is called awareness. So we can use only that word, cannot use more than that to explain. So you that way meditate. Hard to stay into that nature because still like we have a subtle level thought. So when you into that, yeah, maybe this is correct. Oh yeah, maybe this is wrong. Oh, I'm in there. Oh no, yeah. You always like investigating yourself subtle level too there. So still your mind is shaking, right? You're always happening that. Then you really look into your mind, it's present, not any thoughts. If you can stay longer and longer, then that level, subtle level thoughts also go away. So the subtle level thoughts is go away. Your mind is present, is empty, is just, like you cannot describe anything like saying words to explain, but you have like something, your own experience. Be there present and no any thought, become mind clear. You cannot say mind is there existently clear, but no existently clear there, So no exist is present there. Then you stay that it's longer and longer. So then you have like something you recognize, okay, no, this is the right. So you get like kind of certainty yourself. Then you come back to post meditation. You're going to explain that you cannot really explain for others too. So that's why this meditation there says like mute person, right? Who cannot talk, right? Who cannot talk, that mute person eat the candy. That has good taste in this area somewhere. But then they're so happy, enjoy, but cannot say the words. So like that, that is called the own experience. Like you recognize your own understanding, but you cannot put the words to share for someone. If you can share for someone, put in the words, then that is incorrect. So still you are not there. That truth, reality, nature is no words there. And you can see the people who meditate or not. People who don't meditate, like study, investigating, then talk about meditation, they have lots of words to say. Then they wanted to talk and they wanted to share and say lots of things. But you really practitioner meditators become meditators like less words and less words. They're just like stay like, sometimes lose consciousness, also like that kind of, then stay. So who has lots of words to coming to saying, then that person is not meditating. So meditator, like somewhere is not in this teaching. I saw this Mapam which is teaching, it talk about you go more into the natural state, less words and less words. Then become you really into the nature, you have your own experience, become you shut down all the words. So when you have lots, saying lots, and all the time wanted to share something, that time is no, you are not in there yet. Okay, so that's why here in this what is it? Let's see. So let us turn within and thereby truly see. So you really can see yourself. Then in this, you won't find anything to be removed, no conceive of what would be added or produced. Dharmata is unsettling by efforts to block or cultivate. May we arrive at the state that is spontaneously present. So that verses is a little bit different ways words using, but exactly actually same thing from Nagarjuna. Mayamika, he has these words saying exactly same thing like this. So no, see, Mayamika truth, Dzogchen, Mahamudra, whatever that says, like into that state, it's become no different. It's the same thing. Because we don't have many different kind of absolute truth. We have only one truth. So that means like Dzogchen practitioner, Mahamudra practitioner, Mayamika practitioner realize nature must be same. Cannot be have different nature, recognize. In this, you won't find anything to be removed. So nothing to removed there because you are into the natural state, nothing to removed. All this object is no exist there. Then everything is present there too, present. So that's why it won't find anything to be removed. You don't have to like investigating, oh, this is correct, this is incorrect, judgment or something like we say, right? That kind of thought view is incorrect. When you into the natural state, nothing, you won't find anything to be removed, nor conceive of what could be added or produced. So you cannot have to create anything in there. The yesterday we talked about, very simple, easy, because you don't have to put effort anything there. Just letting go everything. You don't have to remove anything. You don't have to create anything in there. You try to remove something negative, is wrong. You try to create something positive, also wrong. So no conceive of what would be added or produced. In that state, like you cannot produce positive, you cannot remove negative. Both is gone. If you try to do something actions, your effort, then you are not into the natural state. So you are, we can say, in the relative truth. That is okay. In the relative truth, you can remove your negative thoughts. You can use like intellectually say, okay, this is correct, this is incorrect. We must do this one. Okay, this is a good conduct. This is not great conduct, right? This all we have in the relatively. But when into the natural state, beyond the conduct, so no need to do any put effort there. That's why dharmata is uncertain by efforts to block or cultivate. Dharmata is like in the natural state. See, you can see the different kind of use words. Rigpa, natural mind, dharmata. Sometimes we use also dharmakaya is like, see, generation stage, usually we use dharmakaya. In this one is a nature, this one is actually completion stage, kind of like, Dzogchen Mahamudra completion stage. We don't say Dharmakaya means like kind of form body, right? But usually we'll use words as Dharmata, nature, Rigpa. So that's kind of use the words. It's actually, it's the same thing. The essence is the same thing. It's uncertain by efforts. So no need to put any effort to blow or cultivate. When you're into the natural state, so you don't have to accept anything in there. You don't have to reject anything in there. See, in the relative truth, we have to reject our emotions, thoughts, yeah? Okay, so then we have to accept positive qualities. But in this state, no accepting, no rejection. Even in the shamatha meditation, you have rejected too, because when you meditate, like focus with the object, any thoughts arise, you have to reject. Thoughts you have to reject. In this state, thoughts don't reject. Emotion no reject. Just recognize. If like open the door, main point is open the door. Like you have two doors, right? Front door, back door, both are open. Okay. So like that, in this Mahamudra meditation is open the both doors. Accepting who is coming, let come in. Who wanted to go off, let go. Then just who wanted to be in there, recognize who is in the room. Who is in the room, you recognize. No try to push away, go. No try to close the door for them. So like that, when we meditate, whatever thoughts, emotion arise, let arise. No close the door. And then they are in the room. You don't have to try to, let go them. You just recognize, oh yeah, they are there. You're not going to losing anything. You're not going to losing anything. You just recognize they are there, and then they go away through the back door. Let go them. You don't have to push them to go. So that is the the Mahamudra practice meditation. Shamatha, of course, you have to close the door. If someone come into the room, you have to push them to go away. No, they are into the stay in the room. Say, you are distracting me. Go, So you cannot be in this room. So you have to say that, right? And Mahamudra, whatever in there, no distracting. No pay attention, main point is, no pay attention. So just recognize. Who is there, recognize, no pay attention. So like that, when you are into this natural state, thoughts, emotion arise, let arise, recognize, and no rejecting, no accepting means like, then you recognize, don't try to push away, otherwise you accepting there. That's the same is like this. Dharmata is uncertainty by efforts to block or cultivate. You don't have to cultivate anything. Then how to meditate, may we arrive at the state that is spontaneously present. When you're into the natural state, then it's just spontaneously present. Be in the natural state. So this teaching is also kind of like, aspiration prayer. We can say this is aspiration Dzogchen prayer. So that's why may we arrive at the state that is spontaneously present. It's aspiration. Each this verses, the last verses is aspiration. So in the meditation, when we are into the natural state, whatever arises at the state, may we arrive at the state that is spontaneously present. Then, although we made labor are grown to be known, path to be followed, or fruition to be attained, in the natural state, these are like level of space. Effortlessly, they may be kept to true known action. So actually, see, we talk about ground, we talk about path, we talk about result, right? Then sometimes we talk about outer level, inner level, secret level. Sometimes we talk about relative truth and absolute truth. So that's all the same thing. When we share the Mayamika teaching, relative truth, absolute truth, use that words. When we share the Vajrayana teaching, outer level, inner level, and the secret level. When we share this Mahamudra and Dzogchen, so also share this ground, path, result. So that's actually all is kind of a same meaning. So whatever we says is all is words. The main point is here says, see, although we met labor are grown to be known, we put labor, we have to understand, ground means like we have to understand our own nature. So we have to recognize all sentient beings Buddha. We have to understand all sentient beings as a Buddha nature, right? So that is that we put in the labor in the ground. To we say we have to know. Then on the path, so path to be followed or fruition to be attained. See, on the path we say we have to follow. We have to follow by, say, 6 perfections. We have to cultivate generosity. We have to practice, like, say, morality. We have to practice patience. All these levels in the path we have to say follow. Or fruition to be attained. Then we say we have to attain enlightenment, right? It's fruition. So that's also actually relative truth. We organize like that way. But see, in the natural state, these are like level of space. So how you can put a level in the space? No possible, you cannot say this is a ground, this is a path, this is a result. No any separate there. So the main point is ground, path, result, they are all same thing, no difference. In the relative truly, we create ground, path, result to share for, because due to our conceptual thoughts, we use these labels to share the teaching. But you are really in the meditation state. You are beyond the ground, you are beyond the path, you are beyond the result. There are no 3 different in there. Long as you have a path, you have a ground, path, result, then you are not in the natural state. Still you have dualistic thoughts. So you use the words become. So then you say, why we have this ground, path, result? Because due to our concepts, that's why sharing this way follow, ground, path, result. Otherwise, how can we understand? Not possible to understand. So use the finger and pointing the moon, right? Without the finger, you cannot point the moon, same like that. And we create like levels. But you really in the meditation state, absolute truth, that don't have these 3 levels. Or it's one, same thing. In the natural state, these are like levels of space. So that's why effortlessly, they may be kept to true known action. So we pray, we pray, we aspiration effortlessly. they may be kept to turn no action. So we say no action, no effort, no drastic, no conceptual. It's all different words, but actually same meaning too. Just main point is we have to shut down all the conceptual thoughts. We have to shut down, turn off, subject and object. That's it. You turn off the lights. You cannot see, like example, like cannot see any object like that. So we have to turn off our subject and object. Okay, so that part is like, see, we talk about we create actually grown path result, but they're also all labels. When you are in the meditation state, there's no separation, anything there. It's one. Then next one, impure samsaric phenomena conceived in delusion, and their opposite to labeled pure appearance are dependent designations, elaborate projections. May we see the absence in the unelaborate condition. So, see, we say good, bad, also incorrect. The absolute truth is beyond that. So we say like samsara and nirvana. That's also just label. True nature is more beyond that. True nature, no true faces. Like samsara, negative, nirvana, positive. We don't have that two faces in the absolute truth. Impure, we usually say samsara is impure, samsaric phenomena. Impure samsaric phenomena conceived in delusion. See, samsara is conceived delusion. Impure. Then result is a suffering. Okay. And their opposite to label pure appearance. Then pure appearance, we say nirvana. Opposite of the samsara is called nirvana. We put the label as pure perception and happiness. So are dependent designation. These two is dependent each other, right? Elaborate projections. But in absolute true reality, no samsara, no suffering, no nirvana, no happiness. That both are, we put labels. So long as, of course, we have dualistic, we have these two. Right now, we're sharing the teaching is no dualistic, okay? So you have to understand what we're talking about. Otherwise, we so we destroy relative truth. It's incorrect too. Relative truth exists for us like long as we have a dualistic thought. But here right now we're talking about nature state. Okay, you have to understand that in the nature state, when you are into the nature state, so there in the Khenpo Zambo prayer, no fears there. Right? In the nature state, no fears. But you come to the Doula state, yes, we have fears. So you have worried. Because we have thoughts. Long as we have thoughts, emotions, we have fears, we have worried, we have happiness, we have suffering. But when you meditate, you're into the nature state, like present awareness is empty into nature there. Then that time, in that nature is no fears. In that nature, no samsara and no nirvana. They don't have suffering, they don't have happiness. Okay, so that you have to understand. Long as you have samsara, of course we have suffering. So where is the samsara? It's come from impure perceptions. Then the opposite side is like, see, we say, long as you have pure perceptions, nirvana is there. Then you have happiness. But this too is also like, long as we follow the dualistic, we have this too, but free from dualistic, then we also this two, positive, negative, both are gone. There cannot be have one, there are two, because it's dependent. You have suffering, then you have happiness. If you don't have suffering, how you can have happiness? Happiness, suffering is dependent to each other, right? So samsara, nirvana also dependent. You don't have samsara, then how can you have nirvana? So we have to free from that, labeling when you meditate. Are dependent designations, elaborate projections. May we see their absence in the unelaborate condition. So this is an aspiration. Truly reality in the nature state, no samsara, no nirvana. So, that's all is like our projection, right? Elaborate projections. We change the free from this labeled and projections. May we see their absence in the unelaborate condition. We are into the nature, no free from the elaborate and projections. So then next, the actual, we are in there, right? Okay, because my page is lost. There's no page numbers.
It's page 5, if anybody has page numbers.
I see. The actual nature as it is beyond ordinary mind is obscured by tainted notions of view and meditation. In true ordinariness, there is neither the ori, right, nor practice. May we naturally remain in the genuine condition. So the actual nature as it is, actual nature is like absolute true, so here also we don't use absolute truth, because otherwise we have a relative truth, right? Is so that's also become like a little bit incorrect already too there. Is this word is better, the actual nature as it is, suchness nature. We can sometimes say suchness nature. Beyond ordinary mind. So then what is ordinary mind? Think about ordinary mind is conceptual thoughts, dualistic thoughts, right? And you have a subject and the object. You have perceptions. So that is called ordinary mind. So you see, we can, our mind can be ordinary mind, our can be Buddha mind. Either ways, we have a choice actually. So all these samsaric beings has ordinary mind because it's dualistic and conceptual thoughts. So then what is the beyond ordinary mind? It's called Buddha mind. Sometimes we use Buddha mind, right? It's the actual nature as it is, like, It's like must be beyond the ordinary mind. It's beyond the dualistic conceptual thought. Then there no any, you know, like subject and object there. So we don't have like the use of any words beyond the words already there. It's obscured by tainted notions of view and meditation. So this word is exactly has the same is in the Genji Mahamudra too, you know. Genji Mahamudra, we also use this way. So it's obscured by tainted notions of will and meditation, conceptual meditation, conceptual, you know, conduct actually is obstacle to the in the nature, you know, like actual nature states. So that is like very hard to understand too. Example, the Telopa, you know, Telopa, the Naropa, when he see the Telopa, so Telopa killing the fish, he eating the fish, right? Naropa has a doubt because this is cannot be, you know, Telopa, or maybe he's not great one. He killing other beings. Yeah, so we have that. That is like good for beginners view, right? Good for beginners means like who has a true truth, who follow the, you know, relative truth. That is important. But Telopa himself, he has realized is killing is no exist. Because first beings no exist. Then how can killing is exist there? No birth, no death. So the beings no exist, then killing also no exist. Telopa, he free from that perceptions. See, Naropa has that perceptions dropped. And so in the absolute truth, who has realized, and our, you know, like relative conduct also is become obstacle. It's have to go more beyond it that. You cannot attach to that main point. If you don't let go of that, then you can, how can you have truth realized? If you have a conceptual, you know, like safe beings, benefit beings, you know, like release other beings, and killing, that is positive, and killing beings is negative. Long as you have that thought in your mind, how you can be into the nature in that this state, you know, dualistic, no dualistic. No possible you are into that no dualistic in the state. Do you understand? Okay, so Telopa himself, no killing beings, because beings no exist there. He has completely this realized. He has that realized. He's not killing any beings because no beings in the exist there. But Naropa, his perception, he has beings because he don't have that realized. If Naropa go to killing beings, it's negative. Because for him, the fishes exist for him. And he cares, it's negative. Okay, Telopa, for him, this fish is not exist. Fish is no exist. His killing also no exist. So then what Naropa seeing is only his perception, right? His view. But for due to Telopa, he's not killing any beings there. So that is like you have to understand. See, it's obscured by tainted notions of will and meditation. So when you are into this natural state, I'm going to contemplate, I'm going to meditate. All our actions, our effort, also obscuration. You know, oh, I'm not going to do. This is a negative. That's also obscuration. Yeah. Oh, I like Mahamudra. I like Dzogchen. That teaching is perfect. That's also obscuration too. Because you are attached to the view. Okay. You are attached to the conduct. If you say, oh, love is great, compassion is great, benefit for others is great, and oh, harming for others is not good, no good, you know. So that's also like you, long as you have that, means like you are attached to the conduct. Means like say, oh, I am Bodhisattva. I have Bodhisattva vow. I'm not going to harm anyone. So that's it. I have. That's also attached to the conduct. Attached to the conduct. When you have good positive in the relative truth, but when you are into the natural state, that's all have to let go, have to release, go away. Yesterday we talked, you know, when you cross the ocean, you need a boat. The boat is great, but when you get the boat is let go, you know, you don't have to carry that on your back. Yeah. So when you go to fly, you need to use airplane. You always say, oh, this airplane is great. We wanted to fly this. This has good benefits. Or this plane is a safety. And or this is a direct flight. Oh, this all good thoughts, right? When you get in there, where you're going to go, you are in the get the place. Then why you start thinking about that? You know, you have to go that view, thoughts. So you are into the you know where you wanted to be, you be in there, so you enjoy there, you know, present. Why you start thinking about like I want to, you know, have the good airplane, you know, something. You don't have to go, you know, you are in there. Why you thinking about that? Do you understand? If you okay, it's Mary is here. Mary wanted to go to Ohio, so she wanted to all thinking about this airplanes from Virginia to go to Ohio. She's knows in the Ohio at her home. She don't have to think about in these things, you know. Doesn't matter good airplane or bad airplane. You have to let go of this. You enjoy in your home. So that's the, you know, main point. And here, actually in the nature, you know, when we're talking about here is the actual nature as it is beyond ordinary mind. You see, beyond ordinary mind. So good conduct, good view is ordinary mind, right? Good airplane or this is a bad airplane. Good boats, bad boats. That's also ordinary mind. So you have to let go all these conceptual thoughts because they are no exist there. No, nothing is in there. No exist. Good is no exist. Bad is no exist. Then why you start thinking about that? Yeah. So we are in the natural state. Like see, we already have to go beyond the ordinary mind. Then why you need to stay like I have to be in the good conduct. So or I have to be in the like good view. That's also let go because we are going into the Buddha's mind. This section is very beautiful words in the Genji or Mahamudra. So next time I can find that one. I don't have right now with me, Genji Mahamudra. Just same words, you know. Relatively, of course, conduct is very important. Long as we have this Dula stick, we have to stick with conduct, good conduct, right? And we have to follow the 6 perfections. But in this state, so Buddha's mind, no good conduct, no bad conduct exists in there. Nothing is exist. So then the followed by the story, you know, Naropa, he has that dog. The Telopa, he recognized. So he said, son, no doubt. In absolute truth, killing is no exist. So he did like this, all this fish is become alive, big. Why he has that power? Because he has realized this actual nature mind, or we can say beyond ordinary mind. His mind is already beyond ordinary mind. So long as you have good and bad, you have good conduct, bad conduct, like that kind of judgment, right? Long as we have that perceptions, we don't have that ability. Bring back to all these fishes alive back again. Not possible. So someone who can have that ability must be beyond the ordinary mind. Say, Zoki Mahamudras, why we don't share the people, you know, like directly? Because they're going to, how to say the, use the words is like, it's destroy the relative truth. So that thing or relative truth is not important. That kind of happiness for the, you know, like if someone who don't have basic levels, if you directly talk about this, oh yeah, then conduct is not important. Yeah, relative is not important. I'm not going to practice love and compassion, not important. I'm going to natural state. I'm going to enjoy that. So that is become a wrong view thought, wrong view, you know, for beginners. Then they say, okay, the killing is not exist. I'm going to just try to kill some, you know, other animals, others. So see that person's realization not yet there. The mind is still ordinary mind, not beyond the ordinary mind. See that they get misunderstood. Do you understand? See, like that happening. That's why also no sharing for the beginners if who don't follow the relative truth. Then here it is obscured by tainted nations of view and meditation. Okay, so that is the become obscuration. Main point is, it's good, bad, also obscuration. Same thing, no difference. One, if like you are in the nature, if you still have that kind of thought, in true ordinariness, there is neither the ori nor practice. So absolute reality, truth, no meditation, no effort. They don't have a view and a conduct. It's beyond in that, you know. Same is like we already talked up there, no grown path result is free from that labor. So conduct, view, meditation, no separate. It's not that labors too. This is in the absolute truth. I mean, like in the natural mind, natural state. Truly, you know, in the true ordinariness, there's neither through the ori nor practice. Then this is the aspiration. May we naturally remain in the genuine conditions. So you are remain in the genome conditions, in that state, then no this conduct, view, and meditations. It's become, that level is gone. There are no separate exist. Then next is, so this all section is come from mostly is lots like Genji Mahamudra. The words is like you say and follow is very similar. To focus on anything only poisons the view. Deliberate fixation is but a meditative flow. Adopting and avoiding are parallels to action. May we see the nature beyond such affliction. To focus on anything only poison the views. Okay, when you are into the nature state, Mahamudra, this Dzogchen meditation, then we don't have views. Must be free from views. So if you have something, your focus or your like view something, say my view is Dzogchen meditation, my view is Mahamudra meditation, then you are wrong. Okay, so to focus on anything, only poison the views. Also, shamatha meditation also incorrect in this state. So you have to understand what you right now we're talking about. Shamatha is very important, right? Very important. Without that shamatha, we really cannot into this state, nature. But when you're into this nature state, but still your shamatha is so important for you? No, right? Cannot be. So when you going to get the grocery, you are going in the markets, picking out all this what you need, food, and when you eat, when you ready to already cooked food, and like you ready to, when you eating this food, you are enjoying with delicious, still you thinking about all this in the market. When you buy the vegetable, fruit, what you need, then that is like incorrect too, right? Is you are just go back to all the way to thinking about like preparation part. So no, you are in the result. You are enjoy the result. Why you go back to the preparation, right? Cost there. So that's the sharing here. Like when you are enjoy the food, so you must have to enjoy with the food taste. That time don't think about like in the market, like, oh, this vegetable is, I should buy that one, I shouldn't buy that one. Oh, that is a good vegetable there. That supermarket has, or they don't have good, there has the good price, or other has didn't have good price. You thinking about that is you don't get your good food taste. So you are not eating really. Actually, you are in your minds in the supermarket somewhere else. So you don't have food taste during that time. So you be in the present, eat, enjoy food, taste. Same like that. When you are into this natural state, don't think about the focus with the breath. Okay? Don't think about the focus with the object. Yeah? So don't think about, oh, my meditation is Mahamudra. Don't think about, oh, my meditation is Dzogchen teaching. Don't think about, oh, this meditation may be correct or it's incorrect. Let go all these judgmental things, right? We have to let go everything. So that is the hardest part for us. Let go is. Meditation, this nature state is so simple, but problem is this conceptual judgmentals. So mind cannot be in there. Even you think about it, when we eat food, if you really focus with food taste, nourish, enjoy present, best, right? Great. But we don't do that. When you eat, talking, your mind is in the supermarket or thinking about, oh, when I buy this vegetable, you know, that time I pay too much money. You already worry about that. See, your mind is not in the peaceful there. So you not enjoy with your food. So when you're into this natural mind, meditate, you don't have to think about all this like thoughts. Have to go away everything. Oh, I received this teaching from this teacher, or I received these teachings from this teacher. Then you're thinking about this, all teachers are comparing. Then all these teachings comparing. Then that's also incorrect. When you are in the meditate, let go. Who's your teacher? Which teaching you get? Let go. Who is your companies? Where you are, just don't think about that or go away, you know. Okay. If you can go all this way, then it's correct. Otherwise, we say medicine is become poison. Medicine is poison. Here, see, to focus on anything, only the poisons the view. So medicine have to cure our illness. But some reasons we using incorrectly, medicine is become poison. So you are into this natural state, you still using this all judgmentals. Then even you thinking about it's positive, but it's using wrong direction, it's incorrect. If you never ever sick, then why you eating medicines? You know, then that is a poison become. You don't get sick, why you eat medicine, right? So you are into the nature of this state. You don't need any all this judgmental. You know, even you don't need this positive anything. So of course, not negative, but positive also you don't need. Then why you using these things again there? And then it's become it's focusing. Focus on anything, only focusing the view. So your destroy your view. Deliberate fixation is but a meditative flow. So when you meditate, you don't have to put effort there. You know, if you use put effort, it's then meditative flow. It's you. It's negative. Actually, it's your create your obstacle, your obstacle. You know, like they create our own obstacle in the meditation. Create obstacle our own view. So when you meditate, you start mind thinking about something. You know, judgmental, positive, negative is create like our own obstacle in the view. When you meditate, still you put effort, you know, then that's also create our own obstacle too for the meditation. Deliberate fixation is but a meditative flow. When you meditate, you just go let go everything. You don't have to like put effort. See, usually, you know, everyone who wanted to listen and teach have to come to the center or temple, right? Have to put effort from home to get in the temple. So that's it. Without that effort, you cannot get in the temple. You cannot receive the teaching. So when you are in the teaching, still you're going to put effort, like then you're not receiving teaching. Okay, during that time you put effort. Same like that, like right now we come, everyone is in the zone, so the more easy than used to. You don't have to put effort the same as before. So, but when you are at home, so you have to let go all your phone, text message, send it to text messages for others, checking your emails, or going to cooking in the food your home, or like whatever you're doing, these things, like you have to let go everything, right? Come into the zone. So you are in the zone, still you're doing these things, then that is the same as like that. Deliberate fixation is but a meditative flow. It's wrong. So when you listen and teaching, if you really need to something information, have to send message, it's okay, but otherwise don't send text message to just fun, because it's destroy samadhi for others, really. So that's create a big obstacle for others too. So you don't have a choice. Like example, like you really don't know which page you're talking about, and then you really want to know, okay, so just short notes, okay, say okay. But otherwise, see, we go to sometimes I join the Facebook live teachings, so many texts that people never stop the finger. See, all text messages, that people read this, everything, it's like your minds go the whole you can receive teaching. You don't have two minds. You have only one mind, right? So see, everyone put the text messages all the time. They're saying something. You don't have to say good. You don't have to say bad. The both are distraction. Same thing. It's no great too. Let go all the text messages. Yeah. Just hang, push like this. Then stay like into the, in the labs somewhere, Or yeah, you do like sometimes, or maybe do this way, then whole time you don't doing like this, tappings, doing things, right? Let go that thoughts. It's otherwise like really distract for others too. No great. So your minds go there, like then you read the text. You already lose focus. Your listening teaching. So you focus go there. It's like focus already lose practice too. Okay, so that is the deliberate fixation is about a meditative flow. Adopting and avoiding are preludes to action. See, here is talking about views problem, meditations problem, and conduct problem, means like negative the wrong. So actually, in this part, or it's like relatively, it's positive. But when you are in the meditation, it's negative. So we're not sharing the teachings. You give some information in the chat rooms, like doing something, it's positive, great. But when you are in the listening teaching, when you are meditate, when you are practice, you send the text message all the time in the chat room, that you destroy all others samadhi, it's negative become. Do you understand? So see, positive and negative is dependent when what are you doing. So we cannot say always bad, but we cannot say always good. So you have to know where you are, what are you doing. So this part always like relatively everything is great. Who has dualistic thoughts? It's great, but into the natural state, it's wrong or it's wrong. Adopting, see, and avoiding are fearless to action. So adopting means this part is really nice, also beautiful words in the Chandrakirti's middleway part. He has in the like 6 parameter teaching, and he talked about the second parameter conduct part. So the conduct part also have relative conduct, absolute true conduct. It's different. Relative conduct is like I'm doing something good for others. I'm not going to do bad things. I wanted to avoid all the negativity. I want to follow the 10 virtuous. I wanted to avoid the 10 non-virtuous. That is great. But in the absolute truth, you have that. It's wrong. So you cannot have thinking about I am, like great teacher. That's also big wrong. I cannot think about, oh, I am good practitioner. That's also wrong, absolute truth. And absolute truth is I'm not going to killing any beings. I have that vowels, no killing beings. I have that vowel. I have that hold the vowels. If you have that perceptions, that's also wrong too. You are become not good conduct. You have free from that mind, then that is good conduct. Long as you have that holding that in your mind, it's wrong conduct. Adopting and avoiding are parallel to action. This always come from Mahamudra, the Genji Mahamudra. This all idea and words is even though the see this teaching is like belong to categories Dzogchen, but also the Mapam Rinpoche, he created this teaching. He said this is a Dzogchen teaching, but all this idea is come from 100% same is Genji Mahamudra. So Genji Mahamudra has all these levels, sections. In this one, so we cannot say about I'm great practitioner. That's also wrong too. So, I wanted to be good. That's also not correct too. And I have these vowels. That's also incorrect too. I have Bodhisattva vowels. I'm Bodhisattva. That's also wrong conduct too. Relative truth, very important. Great conduct. So we must have to have that. We have to follow that conduct. But in this level, this is talking about in the meditation state, like absolute true in the nature state. You cannot have this conduct too. Like say, I am Bodhisattva conduct. I have this Bodhisattva conduct. I have practice Bodhisattva. I have Bodhisattva conduct. Also wrong too. So that's why adopting and avoiding are parallel as to action. We have to free from that. Then may we see the nature beyond such affliction. So we free from that, then we see the nature beyond such affliction. Long as we have this, attached to our view, attached to our meditation, we are attached to our conduct, we cannot be into the natural state. So we cannot be in the nature beyond such afflictions. We cannot see our own nature because it's become dualistic view, dualistic conceptual state. Do you understand? Yeah. So there's in this section, relatively all is positive. But when you come into the meditate natural state, it's let go, cannot be hold that, cannot be attached to that. Yes, we have to release that perception and the thoughts. So Telopa, he free from killing other beings, right? So he think, oh, I have to hold, like I have vow to no killing others. Then he don't have that realization. Because he have dualistic thoughts, right? Conceptual thoughts. He is free from that. He is beyond in that. So it's like no positively save any other beings there, because no beings exist there for him. So we are into, when you meditate like this, means like into natural state, we are into that natural state. So for us, then we have this meditation, and we have a post meditation. So you have to recognize that too, right? So when you going into the meditate Mahamudra, when you into the meditate in the nature, so let go all this, positive thoughts too. Don't hold anything in there. No wrong for that. Okay, negative also cannot hold anything there. Of course, negative is negative in the relative part, but how can be in the natural status? Not possible, right? This is negative, like go in the relative truth. But in the absolute true natural state, positive also let go. No give any wrong for them too. So then you are in the meditate. So when you come back to in the pause meditation, then we have to follow, the conduct. We have to follow the meditation. We have to follow the view. So that time all this part is become positive again. So when you are in the meditate, this all is let go. Okay, so when you're going to in the temple, example, you drive to car all the way in the temple, right? And your car is, you have to live in the parking lot, so you cannot bring into the temple. Car is positive. You without car, you cannot get in the temple. But when you get in the temple, still your car is going bring into the temple inside. You don't live in the parking lot. That is wrong, right? Incorrect. So when you finish the practice, then you need a car again. You have to go back to your home. So you use the car again. Yeah. So that is the exactly same information here. All this, like say, conduct, meditation effort, view, it's the same as the car. Yeah. And when you are into the nature, it's like you are in the temple. That time car just live in the parking lot. Don't think about anything. This car is safe there. That time is no going have the safety there. No one going to take away your car. Don't think about anything. Just don't worry about the car. What you have to do in the temple, you do that. When you finish, your car is there. So we have the parking lots. We have safe guide, in there. So your car, you don't have to worry about anything. Like that way, you have to understand it. Sometimes like get people misunderstanding. Wow, then how can we conduct is no need, meditation is no need, view is no need, no path, no ground, no result. How come? Then it's everyone get confused there. So ground is when you are at your home, okay? So path is when you are get in the car, result when you get in the temple, okay? So actually that is the same person. When you're at home, you're in the car, when you are get in the temple, it's no difference. It's the same person. So then You know, when you're in the temple, you have to do temple job. In the temple, what you have to do? You are on the road, so you have to part on the road. What you have to do? Because you have to stop sun, you have to follow the roads. You know, you don't go to speed, and you have to follow the whatever you on the road. Like same is like you have to follow the conduct on the path, right? We have to follow the path. When you are in the ground, you have your means like ground means you're at home. You have a car is in there. You are in your home. You have everything in there. But you have to go into the temple because you want go in there. So then you have to go into the road, use your car on the path. You have to follow all the instructions or the rules. When you get in the temple, you cannot bring car into the temple, right? So you live in the parking lots. So when you finish it, then you have to take the car back to go home. So that's the thing about that. That is the same as like path, ground, path, and the result. So actually, it's ground, path, result is the same thing. No difference. It's one person, but different actions doing. You know. Okay, so we finished teaching that today. Then next week we don't have a teaching. Next week is Gachin Rinpoche's shared Sheto empowerment and pull-up teaching. I have a dream yoga teaching. So that is the next Saturday, Sunday. Then following Saturday, I'm going to share this rest. So could be we finish it next Saturday, everything. So we can see what happened. If we don't finish thing Sunday, I cannot share the following Sunday because I'm on the road. So no, it's if no change the plan, it's I'm on the road. I'm on the path. I cannot be in the result. Okay, so thank you everyone. So we go back to the practice Vajrasattva. Om Benzara Sato 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 Om. This merit, which represents the merit accumulated through all the 3 times, is dedicated to the welfare of all limitless living beings. May each civilly achieve the enlightened state of Vajrasattva. Go back to Tibetan. On den zo di song ge zo gen Talen roe tong de ngo Gen jan dor je sen ba ye Gong ban yor de te bar sho. Om, all appearance is pure as the ornament of the enlightened body. All songs is perfect as the play of enlightened speech. All thoughts are fully wrapping as the state of enlightened mind. May the splendor of Guru Vajrasattva fully adorned bless auspiciously. Om Ganai Gaya Jinda Da Da Nga Jero Warzo Tendo Toje Ngande Mi Pinso Bambara Sho. Thank you, everyone. So if you not finish Vajrasattva 10,000, please accumulate, continue. And you finish, you can, no limits, okay? Unlimited. You can chant more, unlimited too.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you, everyone.
Do you have time for a couple questions, Khenpo? There were a couple questions in the chat room. So, are you finished? Do you need to finish for the day?
Thank you, Khenpo.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yes.
Good. Good evening.
People who have to
Okay.
leave, you can go, and who has questions, I can stay like a couple minutes. Tell me the questions.
Khenpo, may I ask you your course on the dream yoga teachings? Do you have any information, and how should we attend?
Oh,
long-term option.
so what means information?
I mean, is it online or just at the temple?
Say again.
It's a Zoom.
The
It's a
dream,
Zoom.
the Zoom. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Zoom, and the same Zoom number is Saturday, Sunday next week. Same.
Okay.
I think no,
Thank you
this
so
one.
much. Yeah.
We
It's
have
the same one, like this
right?
one, right? It's the same as this one.
No, for the teachings next week, there will be different Zoom numbers. And you will
Okay.
receive an email on Wednesday, March 3rd. And whichever Zoom link that you receive, that will be the appropriate link to watch all of the teachings. The Dream Bardo with Khenpo and Garchen Rinpoche's Shito Empowerment and the POA teachings. So you will receive those links on Wednesday.
Sure. Thank you, Debbie.
You're welcome.
Oh, bye-bye.
Are there going to be texts for next week?
Text, I don't think so. So you can after maybe Garchen Rinpoche, I don't know, maybe after teaching. So you don't need a text actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
you're welcome.
May I ask a question, Khenpo-la, about practice?
Yes.
When you said that the most difficult is let go, and when you are in that natural state and you want not to cling on any attachment, any concept, will, or conduct, and you say it's very difficult to let go of everything, what is the best way to train ourselves in the path to let go? Right.
Yes, all the practice is really helpful. You know, that's why we're doing this different levels practices. And then
So the relative level is helpful.
What else have you got?
so then we have to meditate impermanent, right? Impermanent also helps like let go too. So that is another method. And then mindful is important, you know, is without mindfulness, we don't recognize what we're doing. So we need mindful. So then also good is like, see, let go is many different, like Vajrayana, we use the visualize the Yidam deities. That helps also like impure thoughts, views, let go.
But
so-
you say no object and no subject. How can you use the Idam deity if you are
Also,
meditating in the nature?
Okay, so that's a preparation, you know, like kind of like helps us mind is become more stable. Then in the nature, so you just have to use awareness. That's it. There's no any other than that. Cannot do anything. Use mind for awareness. Let go means like you have to know what's going on.
Last time, yesterday, you were teaching about the sun and the cow. And when I meditate, I found out that the cow does appear again and again. And I can say that it's just cow. My son is there. Don't worry about it. And just, but should I also let go the sun?
No, sun is
idea
like
of
your
sun.
mind nature. Sun is your nature mind. The clothes is your emotion and the thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, so
But
in your natural mind is like you don't have to think about let go or I want to hold that, right?
so even let go the idea, have to let go too, isn't it?
Yes, that's why it's a problem. It's harder to words cannot describe that. That's why word
That's
is
why.
so use the words is like incorrect means let go means also let go.
Okay. And
So
the other question.
that's we have one story. It's like the birds. I think I don't know this. Maybe I heard like U.S. also use that kind of examples. The couple birds the like fly to in the sky. They have like something holding each one's mouth. They said they don't talk anyone. Don't talk. Then they say don't talk. Actually, they're talking about that. Don't talk. They're lost.
Yeah.
Do you know that story?
Yep, I heard of it. Yeah. Khenpo, the other second question about the Teropa and Naropa. So Teropa said there's no existence of the fish, so no killing. How about his eating it? Is the eating is also delusion?
Yes, he is no eating too. No eating, no eating too.
So he's never feel hungry. He's never have wanting to eat something.
No, of course, that is all our perception, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have that perception.
I don't think so. If he thinking, oh no, I'm hungry, so that means he has like conceptual thoughts. Then looking for food, right?
But that's not conceptual for this is a physical reaction for not having food. Then you get hungry. So it's that even the physical.
Then there's a natural the no effortly eating. No effortly, no conceptual eating.
But do they have the real eating?
That's called non-conceptual eating. Is Vajra Yogini. She hold the Kapala inside the blood is represented with non-conceptual part taking. So that means like also no drastically they're eating. No effort, like no needed to pay and get, buy, like that kind of free from that.
Khenpo, what about the fish? Like the fish, maybe the fish thinks I'm a fish, and then maybe the fish thinks you're killing me. What about from the view of the fish? Then is Telopa's view correct?
Fish is not there because he just it's same as in the dream. Dream has like you see in the dream someone killing in the fish in the dream, but actually then fish is not there. It's on delusional dream.
Wait, but Telopa is there, Naropa is there, and fish is there. So if fish is not there, then I don't understand. I don't get it because fish and Naropa is also a being, right?
Yes. So that fish is actually very lucky. If the exists there, the fish is liberating, not killing the fish, it's liberating the fish. That's it. Telopa, his own perception view is fish is no exist for him, but the others actually fish himself recognize Telopa liberating the fish, not killing, suffering, liberating. Okay.
Okay.
If the fish has feeling.
Okay. Thank you.
Khenpo?
Mm.
I've asked you this before, but sometimes I still fall back on this question. If the absolute truth is that nothing exists, why do we need all these preliminaries? Why do we need all these preliminary steps and practices? Why, in a way, it feels like we're being taught a mistruth if we're taught that. Why can't we just be taught the absolute truth.
That's a great, Lisa. That's the point of reason. No sharing directly Mahamudra.
Okay.
People get that kind of view right away. So see, we talked already, like on the path, right? You have to go into the temple. So now I'm talking about in the temple, you know, we have like this, like it's beautiful. You don't have to eat here, and you don't have to you don't need anything like something like great I'm sharing for you. So still you have to come into the temple. So you need on the path journey to get there. You know, you followed all the instruction in the road, right? I share with you the path.
Yes, and that's for mostly for safety, and so you don't kill yourself and somebody else.
Yes,
So
exactly.
It's the ground and the path that confuses me. The temple doesn't confuse me, but the ground and the path does.
Great, Lisa, actually. So on the safety, you are right. You are in the road, so you have to care for everything.
Yes.
So that is the path.
Okay.
That's why we need this all the instructions.
Very good.
Yeah, we need these all basic instructions. Otherwise, it's going to killing us.
Okay, because we could do or say something incorrectly, or show it to the wrong people, or say the wrong mantra, or visualize the wrong deity.
No, that all is correct, but that's all is in the path you think.
Okay.
So example, on the road, you don't think about I'm getting in the temple in the car. You know, you say, oh, I'm already in the temple. You don't hold the wheel. What is it called this one?
Steering wheel.
Steering wheel. You don't hold the steering wheel. You don't use a brake. Then what happened? You don't think about the temple. Crash, right? See?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why you have to hold this. That is on the path.
Thank you.
Have to follow the conduct.
Okay, most of the time in the car, I'm chanting some kind of mantra.
Okay, so that's an example, you know.
I'm paying attention to.
Yes. don't lock the finger tab, okay? Lock the move.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Hi.
Khenpo.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
May I?
Yes, please.
Thank you. So I'm from Portugal. My name is Rita. I was wondering, wanted to ask one question. How can we achieve this Rigpa state and this nature state when we are in profound sadness, or we are tired because of our daily lives, and we have disturbing emotions and everything is kind of going on? How can we achieve this Rigpa state? How can...
So, Rigpa state or achieve is like, you know, different method, right? We're sharing this all the teachings, practice that also helping to get in the Rigpa state. But also using the special method to recognize Rigpa state. Long as recognize Rigpa state, then we have to meditate. The main point is we have to meditate, practice. So then how to recognize that? That is the question. You know how to recognize that, right? Rigpa state, how to recognize. So how to recognize is it's always like followed by depending individual situations. Someone really tired, it's go back to rest. Then the all thoughts gone. And they also sometimes like get recognized Rigpa too.
And what about sadness? When we are in profound sadness,
that also helps
we
recognize.
are blocked and we can't.
Yes, that also helps recognize Rigpa too. You know, like that's so sad, and like right away, like you low into your mind, sad is not exist there. Then that's also recognize Rigpa. So that's actually this negative helps recognize Rigpa, you know, too. Yesterday we talked everything is activity, Buddha's activity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sadness also helps recognize Rigpa. That means sadness also you can say activity of Buddha. Buddha means helping for waking up other beings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're really sad, and then that time you like you don't want that, then you log into your natural mind or you use something method, and you recognize Rigpa too.
Okay.
Not
easy.
Not easy. So sadness, very tired, something comes something like negative extreme, positive extremes helps recognize Rigpa. So it's say like kind of a worldly. Some people enjoy just worldly desire, you know, desire things, follow that, enjoy. Then they're very hard to recognize Rigpa. That kind of people. So very strong sadness arise, you know, suffering. This so tired. That helps recognize Rigpa. That people could have a chance to recognize Rigpa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then of course the positive too. Some people very laughing, you know, laughing, so strong laughing, something happening, and also have the chance to recognize Rigpa. So the recognize Rigpa is always happening something, right? When you're waking up, have a chance to recognize Rigpa.
Yes.
So yeah, and then Nhik Toglese means like there's a Gaji Rinpoche always say Nhik Toglese means so deep sleeping and right away waking up. You know, recognize Rigpa. Nhik Toglese, Nyom Joglusho, and someone lose consciousness, waking up state nature, have the possible to recognize Rigpa. Someone has a sexual union, so something like bless arise, you know, have to recognize Rigpa. So that's all. Actually, many it's like can be negative, but if have something like to recognize Rigpa there too. So that's the, you know, like, or it's a dependent individual. We don't, we means like most people don't recognize, but some has connections, context. That's all. It's a connection to recognize Rigpa.
Yeah.
So main point is like gone all the thoughts. Something like happening in your mind, a word, no thoughts. That kind of, you know, that is called Rigpa is arising. So usually your Rigpa mind is like with thoughts, emotions, you know, it's always follow that conceptual. Then something like that kind of happening, like so sadness or so tired or deep sleep state arising or secure, you know, something like happening, something people that says like joyful, something arising, say that kind, you know, there's a many method have to recognize Rigpa. So
Okay. Thank you. I think I have to work on that.
We all do.
So the main point is like, so now we have this teaching. So think about read and like contemplate, meditate. Then you have an opportunity to recognize this state. Otherwise, like what I says, like when you tired, also hard to recognize, right? When you use this teaching and meditate yourself, when you get tired, you can recognize. When you get suffering, you can recognize. When you get fears, you recognize. When you have joy, you recognize. When you're waking up, you recognize. So these all activities, then time you recognize too.
Yeah, but we feel it in our body, although we know that we have the Rigpa state. When we are with those emotions, we can feel the pain in our body, or we are okay in the field or in the garden, and we remind of something that brings us suffering, and it's difficult because we
requires like you don't like stay like hours like that. Means very short time, you know, arising, but if long as you recognize, oh, that is the nature. So then short time, you know, single nap, gone.
Yeah, like Vajra.
So arising like short time, then if like meditators, if someone is a meditator, they recognize. If no meditator, they don't recognize.
Okay.
So then of course like other things is going on all the time there, right?
Yeah.
So meditators have this condition comes and then recognize, because this condition time, like your mind is sometimes like all the thoughts is gone.
But
so
it's important to
this is a natural state. This is a natural mind. They're recognized, but no people who don't meditate, who don't have these instructions, not possible to recognize. That's why all these samsaric beings.
But we can recognize, but sometimes it's hard to transform those emotions and let them.
Don't have familiarity. We don't have enough practice and meditate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have to meditate more.
Yes.
Thank you.
Khenpo.
Yeah.
I have kind of a different question. I'm curious of your opinion on the Rime movement and the importance of, or your opinion on the importance of completing the Nundro practice before taking empowerments. I know His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche always bestows these empowerments, but I wonder how many people who are taking the empowerments have actually completed any of the preliminary practices before they're before, you know, even myself included, are wanting to partake in the teachings and the empowerments, even though I know he a lot of times doesn't have daily Samaya vows that you need to commit to besides arising with bodhicitta. What is your opinion on one, the Rime movement, and two, taking these empowerments from His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche without having completed the preliminary practices first?
What is Rime movement means?
The Rime movement? The Rime movement of the non-sectarian movement of following all four schools, taking teachings from all four schools.
Okay.
Taking teachings. I mean, this is
that's part is like is have to follow by actually individually have to guide to give suggestions. And so some can go like different lineages to receive, some cannot, you know, it's depending each individual situation. So I have to follow by individual guide. Some people does like that, no great. Some people does that, nothing wrong. So that's no general answer there. That's our view. You know, it's really movement, okay?
Okay. And then as far as
then empowerment is there actually
before taking the preliminary practices, you know, or before completing your preliminary practices is what I'm curious about.
So there's a preliminary practice, is everything is dependent actually. So see, during the Buddha time, mostly basic preliminary practice, 4 thought meditation. Empowerment, each empowerment has required to practice 4 thoughts. When the teachers giving empowerment, always required to do that, practice 4 thoughts. The sharing the Dharma teaching, that has already preliminary in there too. Yeah. So then you're talking about the preliminary, like Tibetan tradition, 100,000 post stations, about like that.
Yes, yes.
Then that is not preliminary for the empowerment. This is just a uncommon preliminary. Tibetan tradition create that. Also, lineage has different kind of the create. Teachers guide the student, they create a different kind of guide, but that not require for empowerment anything.
Okay.
Empowerment ritual never ever say you have to do 100,000 post stations.
Okay. Yeah, right. So
empowerment ritual require is of course like the 4 thoughts meditation. That's always a teacher's guide who give the empowerment. And then empowerment, they have to like follow the take the refuge and take the bodhisattva vows. So that is the empowerment preliminary practice. Empowerment always have that. That's why we're repeating. The teachers, when you receive empowerment, you have to receive this refuge and bodhicitta. First is that is repeating there.
Right.
Yeah, that is the preliminary there.
So you're saying it's not necessary.
Preliminary empowerment teaching that each one has a preliminary there.
Okay. Okay. So like for me, like I come from the Nyingma tradition or school, and the long-term Ninchik, but I am drawn to Garchen Rinpoche and his teachings, and I've taken teachings from the Sakya school and also the Kagyu and Gelugpa, and I take the teachings from all the schools, and that's the Rime movement, and I originally studied with Tartang Tuku Rinpoche.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Okay. So
that's
good.
I was just curious.
It's always like dependent individual. So
non-secretarian, I'm sorry, Daniel.
Yeah,
non-secretarian.
I understand. I understand. Yeah. Okay. So great. Then that is how I give it. Like usually, people suggestion is like individually I check and like giving this answer, but not generally. I don't have answer. Okay. Some people does that, but some people does that great. Some people does like that is not great too.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So have a good day. See you.
Thank you very much.
See you.
Thank you so much, Khenpo.
See you tomorrow.
See you
Thank you. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks.